Hey everybody. Hey everyone, how's it going? Um I'm back with another video, and to be honest, I just wanted to dedicate this video to every one of y'all out there who's ever been told that it's not okay to cry, who's ever been told that it's not okay to express your feelings, who's ever been told that it's not okay to let out tears, especially whenever you're feeling the feeling or feeling the moment to let out tears, because you will look weak or pathetic, or you'll look like you're complaining about nothing, or complaining about so little that's not even important, or you'll just look shameful, or whatever the case may be, or whatever the case was. And to those of you out there who every time you tried to cry, you were threatened not to because people, maybe a part of your family or whatever, told you that if you did cry, you know, they would beat you up, or they would, humiliate you, or they would belittle you or degrade you and stuff like that. I mean, there are people who've had family members out there like that. But I just wanted to make this video as a tribute to all of y'all who, you know, tend to hold stuff in, or tend to try and be strong or supposedly or whatever for everybody, even when you know good darn and well that in moments where you want to break down and cry, you should break down and cry, you know. Um, Especially if you just lost a loved one, or whether that loved one was a person or a pet, a part of your family, or things are just going too hard for you in life and too hard for you to handle, and you just feel the need to break down and cry. I mean, whatever the case is in your life, maybe, you know, drugs are weighing you down, or family issues are weighing you down, or things are too hard for you to handle in school. If you're going to school and, you know, it's just too stressful to handle, I mean, whatever the case is, I don't know everything about why people feel the need to cry, you know, or maybe you heard a message and it really got to your heart and it moved you to tears and you felt like crying because of that message. I don't know. But whatever the case is, whatever the case may be, this video is for you. And I just want to say, please don't ever be ashamed to cry. You know, it's not good to hold stuff in your spirit. It's not good to harbor stuff in, and dwell on things. If you need to cry and let it out, if you need to scream it out, cry it out, let it go. If you need to hit a wall or a punching bag while crying, you know, by all means, do it. Do it. If you need to cry while going for a walk and, releasing your pain through that long walk, you know, um, then do it. I mean, don't let anybody stop you or anybody tell you you have no reason or right to cry, or you're stupid for crying, or, you know, um, it makes no sense to cry. Don't let anybody ever tell you that. And don't let anybody stop you. Even if they do tell you that, don't listen to them. Don't believe the lies they say. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe the assumptions they make. Those are just, lousy assumptions. Um, you know, God made us all with emotions, man and woman. And I guess I also mostly dedicate this to the men because, us as men, um, even me personally, when I was a little boy, and I used to cry a lot. I had Um, I love him to death, um, and I got to be honest. I am glad that he did teach me to kind of toughen up and stuff. But I mean, even then, I had an older cousin who would tell me to stop crying all the time and stop being so soft all the time. Stop showing emotion all the time. You know what I'm saying? But us as men, we definitely been taught not to cry and not to show our emotions and to toughen up and be strong all the time, even though being strong doesn't mean you don't have feelings. It has nothing to do with whether or not you have feelings. Strong just means you have strength to you. You're full of strength, but that doesn't mean that there's not another side to you. That doesn't mean that's all you are. It's just full of strength. You're not a statue. You're not a machine. You're not a beast, you know? I mean, even animals have feelings and stuff, but you're definitely not an animal. You're far beyond and above the animals, and you have deeper feelings than the animals do, and you're a man. You have feelings like just as much as women do. I mean, women get more emotional, far more emotional than men. That is true, and that's a good thing. But men get emotional too. Men have a lot of emotions too. Men have a lot of feelings. They have a very high level of emotion. If they didn't, they wouldn't have cried as boys whenever they hurt themselves and stuff like that. But men also, they feel, guys. They're not machines, they're not puppets, they're not beasts, they're not statues. They're not objects. They feel. Okay, we as men, we feel, okay? Um, Especially when we lose the loved one. I don't believe for one moment, not in the slightest bit, from any fiber of my being, not the slightest bit deep down in my soul. I don't believe for one moment that, sorry guys, that's my phone, but I don't believe for one moment that um, men should suppress their feelings at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that for one moment. I don't believe that men should hold it in after they just lost a loved one that was very close to them, someone they knew a lot, someone they knew very much. I don't believe that for one moment. You see what I'm saying? I believe that if a man lost a loved one, if a man lost someone very close and dear and precious and cherishable and lovable and important to him, that he by all means should let it out. Even if he has to scream, you know, let it out. Cry. Let the tears fall like a waterfall, or like water running in a sink, let the tears fall. And don't be ashamed to let them fall. Even if you have to bury your face in your hands, while crying, go ahead. Look pitiful. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. It's a sad thing. It's a hurtful thing. Or you may have had a dog or a cat that you were very close to. You raised ever since they were a pup or a kitten, and you bonded with that animal, and they meant a lot to you. They meant so much to you, and that animal passed away. There's nothing wrong with crying whenever you have to send that animal to the vet to get them put down because they're sick or they're too old or whatever. I don't know. Um, but I mean, there's no shame in letting out your emotions, guys. There's no shame in that. It's okay to cry. It's okay. Don't be afraid and don't be ashamed. Don't feel embarrassed, Don't feel stupid, You're not stupid, you're not shameful, you're not embarrassing, and you shouldn't fear, It's okay to let out your emotions. And I say this to women too, to the women who've been taught the same thing as a lot of these men out here, Um, Don't cry, don't show your emotions, don't act like you have feelings. No, women have feelings even more than men do. It's by your nature that you let out those feelings. Don't ever let someone go against your nature or let someone cause you to go against your nature. If you need to cry, then cry. If you need to scream, then scream. If you need to cry and scream, you know? But don't let, you know, someone tell you that, you know, you can't cry, you know? I mean, crying is the healthiest way to let out pain. It's the healthiest, most productive way to let out emotion. Showing that you have a soul, that you have a heart. It expresses your heart when you cry. It expresses your soul, you know? No one should ever take that away from you. And you shouldn't let anyone take that away from you. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Um, I hope a lot of you view this video, or some of you, or at least a few of you, however many people view this video, even if it's just one person. I hope you know they viewed this video and really taken the message to heart, and they really learn from this video and share it with others, or that those few people share it with more people. I just wanted to let y'all know that it's okay to express your God-given feelings. God is not ashamed of you crying. Jesus is not ashamed of you crying, and neither should you be. You know, Heck, there are people that would tell you the same thing I just told you just now. If you want to cry, then cry. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, but I just wanted to share this video with y'all, and I love y'all. Please have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love you.